Right. Is anyone joined new today?
I am new.
Who's this?
My name is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what it is about, really.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Right.
Kadir, this is Gautami. I have
Hey,
also
okay.
joined for this. Hi, Kadir. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I joined.
good. All right. So those who are new, what I recommend is that um, you can go to YouTube, youtube.com, and search for Testoper. And you can go into this and click pay playlist. So this program that we are doing is where is the program? Mickey? It's projects.
It might. It's because we still need to talk to you about it. Do you want to play this public, or do you want to keep it hidden like that?
We started this program officially from last week, right? So from the last week recording, you can make it up. You can publish it under Testoper projects, and you can publish it.
Yeah. We have it all set up, but we didn't know if you want it still
Okay.
hidden or public. But it's on the Teams app, the link, the video.
Okay. So then I can actually show that to them.
Yeah.
So those who are new, some message here, just a minute. Okay, Turhal. Got it. So those who are new, you all should have the access to this Testoper projects. If not, what you need to do is Goja Navina is new, I think. Everyone else that I see here have the account access. I think Sagal, you don't have the account access. And also Goja, you don't have the account access, right? So what does it mean is what you need to do is you both send your email address in the chat here. Okay, and then Kenneth, you also, right? Whoever, please send your email address here. You will be added into the Microsoft Teams. Okay, so once you have access to the Microsoft Teams, then you can get access to these folders. Okay, that's the first thing. And also there is a closed group WhatsApp link for those who are attending this program, and that link will also be posted here. Our team operations team, whoever is in the call, they will post it, and it's here up. Let me do that here for you guys. So you can join this WhatsApp, and you can give your email. You can either provide your email address, full name and all here, or you can join this WhatsApp link and you can provide it there. You all will be added into the closed WhatsApp group of this particular program, as well as you will be added into the Microsoft Teams. Okay, so once you have access to the Microsoft Teams, you will be able to see this left-hand side, this Testoper community, and you will also be able to see Testoper projects. And the program that we are in today is the Testoper project. Okay, and if you wanted to know what it is, you can actually go to here, recording, and there is this recording here. right? But Mickey, I would prefer instead of uploading the recording into the Teams, which will occupy a lot of space, it's better to kind of add it in the YouTube and put the link here in some document.
It's on the YouTube tab at top.
On top, okay, YouTube, okay, good.
It's just start with your Tony. That's it.
Okay. So see everyone, there is a link here. You can click this link and it will also be made live by our team. Those who are new can go to this link and go through the first session that we went through, and you will understand what this particular program is all about. But however, I'll give you guys a little bit high level explanation about this program. So the structure of the program starting today is 30 minutes is about logistics and getting the teams come together, and 30 minutes is something that you're going to learn new. So that's what this program structure is moving forward. And let's spend first 30 minutes to get you guys, set up. Okay. All right. So now, I guess those who are new are pretty clear about what I wanted to say. So now let's go into this slide. This is the slide that we went through in our last session. And what is Testoper community? It's a people-led community, meaning you, me, and everyone, we all come together, we all train each other, right? So that's what is the Testoper community is all about. And what we strongly believe in the Testoper community is we as a people, even though the companies are training us, government is providing a subsidiary for us or whatever, but we as an individual have our own responsibility to update our future skills and innovation. That's our responsibility. And this particular platform is all about, Testoper community is all about helping each other to become successful and learn future skills and innovation. That's what the Testoper community is all about. And we focus on testers, automation, software developers, testers, and operations experts like DevOps and so on. From the engineer all the way to the CEOs and CTOs is what we focus. And this is the slide that you see here is our ecosystem. So let me explain in a very high level what Testoper community is all about. So the Testoper community focuses on developer, tester, and operations experts. We help you to develop future skills and innovation. So for future skills and innovation on intelligent technologies like artificial intelligence, IoT, programming, and so on. So you become a future workforce and you can work in any industries, providing any customer solutions and so on, right? So our goal is to empower every person to become a tech ecosystem future workforce. And we do this by enabling tech future skills and innovation. So our goal is to help each other to enable future skills and innovation. That's what is the Testoper community is all about. Now let's look at, I wanted to see if Dennis William is joined today. He didn't join yesterday and he also didn't join today. But anyways, he donated for Testoper community. I wanted to really thank him, and but he didn't join. That's fine. Now let's talk about what is this program. The program that we are in today, it happens every Friday. Okay, and what is the goal of this program is, this program is split into 30 minutes to train you guys something new, and then 30 minutes we will normally try to form the team to do some new projects, right? So that's what this program is all about. So what we wanted to achieve really in this program is, right now we have not done any marketing. Without marketing, we have all the people who are interested to join in this program or attending today, right? And also in the last session, and I'm confident that they will also attend in the future sessions. So what we are trying to do here is we wanted to help in this program to develop future skills and innovation, meaning we wanted you all to come together and develop some projects that can give you a real-time experience of working on different, let's say, for example, I am working in my company. I do some work for my company, but I wanted to do something extra, right? So this unbiased environment, this platform gives me something that I can work together, learn together, make friends with the people, and I can create some new projects, and I can give it back to the community that can benefit from that projects, right? So that's what is all about Testoper project. We wanted you to come together and form the team and build something and make friends and build something, and whatever that you build can be used by the community people for their own benefit. That's the idea of this particular program. And who are the target people that we focus to join in this program? Or let's say, for example, the immigrants come in here and they don't still looking for a job and they have a gap, right? So this program can be a very good program for them to gain real-time experience, real-time knowledge. And in fact, when they work on the projects, we will be giving them the the volunteer experience certificate that they worked on this project. So it kind of will help them. And similarly, for the students who wants to get the real experience on working on some new projects, they can join this program. And job seekers can join these programs. And those who don't have a job and they want to re-enter into the job market can join these programs. And the people who are already employed or employed and doing less than their capability can also join this program. And all of us will come together and we will come up with an idea. Different teams will be formed and different people will work on different ideas, and that they will get the real-time experience of the project that they are working on, right? So that is what the Testoper project is all about. I would like to leave it in a very high level explanation now, but if you wanted to really go and understand the details about it, you can view the previous session recording and you will get more details as to what this particular program is all about. Okay, so now let's jump start into the logistics. So last time when we discussed, the first thing is we wanted to get you all into the Testoper, the collaboration platform. I trust most of you all who have joined has already been into this Testoper project platform, right? That's good. And I see some new people who's joined today who is not in the platform. So like I said, please join the WhatsApp or send your details in the Microsoft Teams. You will be added into this. So once you are added into this, then what happens is you can collaborate here, right? You can talk to each other and you can share your ideas, and you can come together and build something that can be useful for the community, right? So because end of the day, Testoper is a non-profit community and it's basically helping each other, right? That's the bottom line of what it is. Now let's do some logistics. So the question for those who attended the previous session, have you been able to update your names and the role that you wanted to play and so on? Let's start with Adel. Adel?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, I'm a little bit confused about it. I want to learn about testing, but my skills are in development. So what do you what do you advise me?
So this community is focuses on software developers, testers, and operations experts, right?
Yes. You know what? I should start with development. Yeah.
Yeah, you should start with development, right? So you have access to this document. You all know where the document is,
Okay.
right? I will give one more week time till we come next week and come together, right? So put your names here and put your role. So do you wanted to lead some project or do you wanted to be a member in that project, right? Which project? Don't worry about it right now. You just have to do that to start with. What is your role? And you wanted to play in this particular program, and what are all the different responsibilities that you can fulfill, right? We just want to get to know about you more, right? And not only we, everyone in this program needs to get to know about other person's capabilities, right? So that is why this particular document, we request you to come in and fill your name and your what role you wanted to do in this project, and what responsibilities you wanted to take, right? Requirement architecture, development, testing, and operations, whatever. And put your GitHub ID. We will add you into the Testoper GitHub, and then your email address, right? So So that way, what happens is we will know who are all the people want to join this particular program and which role they wanted to play. We will get to know. Okay, so just make sure that you add them if you have not added it before. Okay, so now I wanted to pause for a minute. Any questions from anyone? Right, we did not have enough time last week to clarify some of the questions. So I want to kind of open a floor here from the logistics point of view for anyone to ask any questions from last sessions.
Hi, my question will be, can you go over this document again, the team career path once again, so that we can get a better understanding of it?
Yeah, sure, I will do that. Maybe we can use the second 30 minutes to help you guys to learn something new, right? So yeah, we will do that. Any other questions?
Hi, Kader. I would like to know in what way we are going to organize the team.
Yes, that's where I wanted to identify who all will be the leads, right? So once you all fill up this one, then I will know who all will be the leads, and those leads will take responsibility to identify some of the projects that they wanted to work on, and they can collaborate with the other people in the Microsoft Teams to seek their interest to join their team and start working on it, right? So in order for me to form the team, in order for all of us to form the team, we all need to know who are all are going to be participating in this particular program and what role they need to do and what responsibility, right? So that is the fundamental thing that we need to do, Sandra, before we start forming the team. We are still not there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So then what is the advantage? Think about it, right? Of course, we make friends and we come together and we build something together for the benefit of the community and the people, right? That's what we do. Now, you are allowed to build something, some idea that you have, your own idea. You can come up with your own idea and you wanted to, let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say there's a lot of people are suffering in COVID because of the pandemic that we are going through, and you have an idea where you wanted to build something that can help the people, and you can start sharing that idea in that Microsoft Teams and seek people who are interested to join you to build that, right? So you can have your own idea and you can build that as a project, right? Or you can work on the current idea that we have just as a baseline, right? So you can pick anything. You can work on your own idea, or you can pick some of the ideas that we already have that we wanted to open the floor for you guys to pick and work on. It's entirely up to you. Okay. That's the most important thing I want to make sure that you all understand. Any other questions?
Okay, okay, go on.
Yeah, I have one question. There are so many modules, right? Like user details, job skill. Is it like each team will be working on it simultaneously, or you complete one module and then we go to the next one? How does this work?
Yeah, so it becomes the lead's responsibility. Like for example, let's say if a lead picks where is it? Let's say if a lead picks labor market, right? For example, they can build that as an independent product as well. It's what we are trying to do here is we are trying to give you some idea. And if you don't have an idea, you can pick some of the ideas that we already have that can benefit the community, right? And Canadian people or everyone, right? And if you have your own idea, you can build the project for your own idea with your own idea. So it's totally up to you, right? And you can you can pick one and you can consider that as an independent project and you can build on it, right? And then we can, the idea here is we wanted you all to learn, right? To end to end, And we will be training you in many different things in this, right? It will kind of help you to learn how to do something from the scratch, right? That's the beauty. How I have an idea, how am I going to form the team? How am I going to motivate them? How am I going to distribute the task? How am I going to build that? And after building, how am I going to host that? How am I going to make people to use what I have built to benefit, right? Those are all the things that you are going to experience throughout the year, in this team. And in fact, like I told you, Rick, we haven't still marketed, right? Without marketing, we have a few people, and we wanted to start a small team with whoever that we have and get that going. Then we wanted to market, and more people will come, more people will build more different projects that can help the community. Now that's the idea, right? And the benefit for you all is to learn. First thing is make friends, learn how to build the projects, and do something that you cannot do it in your day job. And the other benefit is when you work on the project, we will give you a certificate from our nonprofit. You worked on this project from X date to Y date, and this project really helped the community to benefit for A, B, C, D, E, right? So those are all the benefits for you guys, right? Many benefits when you come together and do something that can help others. Obviously, you will get many benefits out of that, from the learning, from the experience certificate, from the satisfaction, from the happiness that you have built something people are using for their benefits, and so on, right? So that's the thought process. Did it answer your question, Gautami?
No, Kader, it's fine. I think my network went off and came back. That's why. Yeah, I understood
How about others? Others are able to hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, Kader.
Good. Any other questions you have? Someone else had a question before Gautami, or someone asked the question.
I was going to ask, but I'll wait when we go through the next section, when you talk about the team and the career path.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I said I'll wait till when you go through the career path, so that I think my questions will come up then.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so now let's jump into something. So we have come together, right? When people come together, we have to learn something together. That's the most important thing. In Testoper community, our goal is everyone comes together and everyone learns together. Today, I am teaching you something. In our next session and future session, so one of you can pick some topic and you can train every one of us, right? So this is going to be a very collaborative program. The Testoper project is one of the program that we do, right? There are a number of other programs that we do. You can actually go to the Eventbrite and you can look at all the other programs that we do, right? Which will help you to kind of understand. Just a minute. So in 2021, these are all the different programs that we are going to do that you see here list. Out of all these programs, the program that we are in today together is called as a Testoper projects. And this happens every Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. And we all are going to come together, team up and build something that can be useful for the community. That is what the Testoper project is all about. The only condition for this particular program is you have to come together and build something, and you have to give it back to the community to benefit, right? Not for your own profit reason. That is the only constraint for this particular program. And we have another program, Hackathon, which is coming up in July timeframe. You can actually look at them here, Hackathon. This one, the purpose of the program is different, right? Here, you can come and form the teams and build something and build your own company, right? So that's the purpose of that program is different. This purpose of this program, it is an open source program. We are coming together, building something and going to give it to the community, and then community can benefit out of that, right? All the people in the community can benefit out of that. That's the only thing I wanted to say that. Now, that is the program we are in today. Then we also have other programs, right? So there is going to be a codathon program on test automation on tool called Karate is starting on February 3rd. And there is another program, Cloud Computing and DevOps Fundamental, is starting on Feb 6th, right? So like that, there are multiple programs that we are going to do in 2020. You can join all the programs or any of the programs that is interesting to you, and learn, right? End of the day, we are all coming together to learn. That's the most the purpose of we being together. Okay, now having said that, now let me go back to our thing. So now let's get into the mode of we learn something. Okay, so now before I get into this career path and learning path and things like that, I wanted to kind of give some the help you guys to understand a little bit, because it's very important that we understand. Hello, does anyone have any question? No. Okay, so please stop me if you cannot hear me well. Okay, I don't intend to talk to myself. So text me or whatever, so I make sure that I'm talking to you all. So let's learn something together. So in every session, 30 minutes, I'm going to train you on different topics. I will pick topic. In one session, I might pick topic called project management. In another session, I might pick topic product management. In another session, I might pick topic business plan. But what is important is you will learn in 30 minutes. 30 minutes we will use for logistics, and another 30 minutes you will learn something about it. Now, in the first 30 minutes, I wanted to make sure that you are all inside that collaboration platform and you're all talking with each other. Okay, and you are all updating this Excel sheet and expressing yourself what you are interested in to do together, and form the team and start working on the project, right? So that is what we will focus in the first 30 minutes from the point of view of governance, and guiding you with whatever is required to successfully do what you wanted to do. And the next 30 minutes is so we will spend something to learn together. Okay, now let's start learning together. So today what I thought was I will explain you a few things that we put together last year to create this program officially this year. Okay, so we did some research last year, right? And we wanted to explain that. I'll take 30 minutes to explain you what we researched, so you can learn something out of that today. Okay, so first of all, let's think about who we are. We all are the individuals who wants to either become and start working in the tech world, or already working in the tech world. What is the tech world? Tech world is nothing but those technologies like software development of blockchain technology and all those different things, right? You can be either software developer or a software tester or an operations experts who monitor and who deploy the products in the cloud, who monitor, make sure it is 24/7, and do analytics and whatever that you do, right, to keep the product running. So who we are all either developers, testers, or operations experts. Maybe some of us are engineers, some of us are managers, some of us are directors, some of us are CEOs, CTOs. But we are all here together. Who we are, just developers, testers, and operations experts, right? With different designations from the engineer all the way to the CEOs and CTOs. So that is what we are. So now the software developers, what do? They develop the software, right? So starting from requirements, they develop the software, and the testers, they test the softwares, and the operations expert, they deploy it in the cloud, and they keep it running 24/7, right? So this is what we do as such, and this is what we are. Okay, so now it's that we know who we are. We also have to, I also wanted to train you guys to learn some definitions, how the Canadian government defines. It is very important for you all to know. Okay, and it is that we are in Canada, and this Testoper is registered in Canada, and we are explaining how the Canadian government is defining different terms and things like that. But I am sure that those who are attending from outside, the definition is more or less the same. Okay, so let's start with some definitions. So if you look at from the point of view of developer, testers, and operations experts, in Canada, what happens is we have something called as a National Occupational Classification. It's called as a NOC code. So for instance, if you wanted to come to Canada, right, during the immigration, you have to identify which NOC code you belong and you wanted to come to Canada, right? So in Canada, what do they do is the different knock code, they have different immigration numbers that they provide immigration for you guys to come in and so on. So that is what the knock code is. I hope something new you have learned, right? In that knock code, we as a developers, testers, and operations experts, which knock code do we fall into, right? That's what we identified here and we have listed here, right? So in case when, even, let's look at from the other perspective, right? All the companies in Canada, they do the job posting, correct? But in the job posting, they will not basically put these knock codes and things like that, right? They probably put the designations and so on, which we saw in the slide number 22. So they will normally put the designations, software engineer, senior software engineer, director, or whatever in the job description. But when they report it to the government, right? How many people in our organization are, working under this knock code and so on, they report it. Okay. So this we may use and we may not use. But what is most important for you guys to understand is every designation, every department that you work on, every role that you do, it has its knock code assigned to it. Okay, that's the first thing that I wanted you to know. So in Testoper community, we looked at it. Okay, so in Testoper community, we are software developers or testers or operations experts. So according to the government's classification, which classification do we fall in? Then we looked at, we fall in two classifications. You can actually go to this link here, this document, where the document is, you can go and research a little bit, right? Then you will understand there are so many things that they have listed. But when we researched, we found out we being a software developers, testers, and operations experts, from the engineers all the way to the managers, we fall under these two codes that is defined by the Canadian governments. And within these two codes, we fall under these subcodes, right? That is how we are tracked from the tech point of view, from the individual point of view. Government tracks so many people belong to, are working in this field, belong to this code and things like that. Okay, so why I explain this is for two reasons, right? One reason is you can know about it, okay? And the second reason is when you are trying to build some project, right, that is going to help. I'll give you an example, okay? Let's say you decided you wanted to become data scientist, okay? And you are not a data scientist today. Then you wanted to know if I choose the data scientist to become, is that what I wanted to become? Do I have an opportunity to get the job? Right? So in Canada, there is a labor information. There is a lot of labor data that are available. Okay, and you can actually go and you can search the code and you can look at how many jobs are available for next 3 years, and you can be convinced yourself, okay, I chose data scientist and there is a lot of opportunity for data scientists in future in Canada. So let me invest my time and money and resource to learn whatever is required to become a data scientist, right? This is the practical project that you can do if you think about it. It's one of the idea that you can think of. Okay, if someone wants to become something, can I tell him, does he have a future in Canada? Right? So you can actually do that as one single project, right? So if you wanted to do that as a project, you probably might have to know these codes and so on, because the government publishes the data about different job opportunities and so on in these codes. Okay, I will show you a practical example what I mean. Okay, let's go here. Little bit slow. Interesting. Sit down. Yeah, this is the one, right? So if you go here, So you can actually look at different things, right? Here. So now let's say I wanted you to go and little bit do this because I wanted you to become successful in Canada. If you are in Canada, you have to know this, right? You need to go what is knock. You need to try to understand what it is. And this is the learning that I wanted you to do from today's session, right? And you can go all these different links and you can look at, right? So management occupation. So within the occupation, like let's go to this presentation from here. Let's see two, natural and applied science and related occupation, right? Natural and applied science and related occupation. Within that, let's see 2147. Let's go to 2147. 447. Okay, so computer engineers. So who are the computer engineers? Computer engineers except software engineers and design, and you can read them, right? And you can actually see this code, what are all the different designations that person normally get when he applies for a job, right? He will get computer hardware engineer, hardware circuit designer, wireless communication network engineer, and their main duties. See here, this is a good thing that you need to know. If you wanted to be successful in Canada, you need to know which code you belong to and what are all the designations that are offered in by the different companies for that particular code and so on, right? That's the practical example that I wanted to show you from what I taught you here. It is very important you go to this NOC and do some research to kind of understand where you belong. Okay, so now when you go and research in this NOC ESDC, you will also see some of the definitions by them, right? They call something here called as skills and competency taxonomy, right? I will let you to kind of browse through this and learn more and more. And they define different things. What is skill? What is personal abilities and attribute? And then they, if you go into this, they'll define what is skill, what is personal attributes, what is knowledge, what is interest, what is tools and technologies. They define all these things. And it is very important that you go and understand from the government point of view, what are all the different definitions that they have. And some of the definitions, let me kind of explain you guys in next few minutes, okay? So let's start with the first one. The personal abilities and attributes. This is something that you will see in that website. So what is personal abilities and attributes? There are so many things. This is one of the future skills that you need to develop, right? And inside that personal abilities and attributes, there are so many things that you need to learn. And in the Testoper community, what we focus on to help you to learn is two things: cognitive ability and personal qualities. And within the cognitive ability, we train you to learn future of ideas, general learning ability, and in the personal qualities, we help you to do creativity, continuous learning, innovation, leadership, motivation, and self-confidence, right? So I will be picking the topics from these, and I will be training you in every Friday to help you to learn something new, right, in this particular program. So that is personal attributes, abilities and attributes. And if you wanted to learn more about it, you can go to the website and you can look at what are all other personal abilities and attributes that you need to learn outside of what we will help you to learn in the Testoper community. Now let's go to the next one, right? Innovation. This Testoper project that we are here, we are actually helping you to become an innovator, because we are helping you to come together, come up with an idea, join together and build projects together, right? And we are going to train you various things from the idea. If you have an idea, how to take that idea, how to validate that idea, how to create and build a product out of that, how to build a strategy, how do you create a marketing strategy, and all those things we will train you, right? So that is innovation. So we will help you to focus on many things to help to learn the innovation in this particular program. And if you wanted to know what are all this innovation means and how the Canada is helping individuals like you to become an innovators, there are links that we have provided here, and I would sincerely recommend you go and read them and learn them. Very, very important. Okay, so the next thing is, one second, please. Can you guys hear me, please? So far, so good?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good. The next thing in Canada, they talk about skills, and this is how they define the skill, right? So the innovation, they define it as a developed capabilities for the process of innovating to introduce new things to solve big challenges while creating new worlds, right? So you are coming together, innovated, you are going to solve the problems that we have in this Testoper projects, and you're going to become successful, right? So that is something we are going to by default do it in the Testoper projects in this particular program. And you need to learn skills, right? So in Testoper, we are going to help you to, there are a lot of skills that you need to learn, but as a tester, developer, and our operations experts, we are going to help you to focus on learning two skills, right? Technical skills and resource management skills. So in the technical skills, we are going to help you to learn programming, and in resource management skills, we are going to help you to learn product management and project management and so on. So you can go, I showed you the Eventbrite link. You can go there and you can look it up, the programs that we do to actually help you to develop these skills, right? So some of the programs that we have created in 2020 will help you to learn few things in this area. So that is what the skills is all about, technical skills and resource management skills. Then the next one is the tools and frameworks. Why I am explaining this definition, it is very important for you to know. Before I even explain you the idea that we have, right? These are all the definitions. It's very important for you to know, right? So the next one is, and if you don't understand now, and if you want to read this, please do this offline, right? Before we come together in our next session. So the next one is the tools and frameworks. So the government defines tools and framework is something that you use to carry out to accomplish your task. That's how the government defines, and they define a lot of different things for tools and frameworks. And what is applicable for us as a Testoper is the software, information technology, broadcasting and telecommunication and software. Inside that, we basically help you in Testoper community to learn different tools like Cordova, Node.js, APM, Selenium, and Grafana, and all these different things we will help you to learn. And now all these different things we may not be able to cover in the same year, but in the subsequent years, we try to do whatever that we can to help you to learn from different angles. So this is the tools and frameworks. Then the next one is task. You all know what is a task. It's a piece of work that you would do. When you're doing a Testoper project, you would come up with different tasks, and you would assign within your team members, and you will ask your team members to do the task. The lead will normally do that, right? So that is what the task is all about. Then let's understand what is a knowledge. So knowledge is nothing but whatever you already know, putting that in practice to do something is the knowledge. So you might have technical skills, you might have a personal attributes and abilities, you might have a management skill, you might have a project skill, you might have a product management skill, you might have an entrepreneur skill. So how am I going to put all these skills together? Having the skills is one thing, but how am I going to put all these skills together and develop something new? Is normally nothing but a knowledge, and that's how the government defines it, as a knowledge. Now, whatever that I explained to you, right? The knowledge, task, tools and frameworks, skills, innovation, personal abilities and attributes, all these are nothing but, these are all the different skills, and all these skills, if you start learning, that is nothing but, you can refer that to a future skills and innovation, a word called future skills and innovation. So that is what it is. If you go back to this, our circle here, Testoper community, developers, testers, and operations experts, we basically help them to develop future skills and innovation. So what does it mean? We basically help you to develop the personal abilities and attributes. We help you to develop innovation, technical skills, resource management skills, tools and frameworks, right? And knowledge, task. This is what we basically help you to develop. This is what we call it as a future skills and innovation. Now, we cannot make you to develop all these skills in one single program. It's not possible, right? That is why we created different programs that addresses different skill sets for you to learn. Codathon helps you to learn tools and frameworks, and you can see that in the Eventbrite. You can join them based on your interest, right? And then we have masterclass, which will help you to learn something else, right? There is a clear definition of each of the programs, what it is actually helping you to learn based on whatever that you learned from me today. Okay, so that is what is future skills and innovation. Now, when we are training you on future skills and innovation, we are a tech community, right? We have to train you future skills and innovation on tech. It's as simple as that. We need to train you on intelligent technology. So what is intelligent technology? All those technologies that are out there. Blockchain, we will be helping you to learn what is blockchain, what is Internet of Things, what is 5G, and so on. So we help you to develop your future skills and innovations in intelligent technologies, because we are a tech community. And when these intelligent technologies are all the technologies. Now, let's say, for example, Sandra developed a product using blockchain technology. And now that product is a software and that has to be secured, that has to be deployed in the cloud. So there is some IT architecture and interfaces that you would use to deploy that. In other words, let's say you wanted to develop an IoT project and you probably will choose, let's say, IBM IoT platform or Microsoft IoT platform, right? So those are all the enablers. IT architecture and interfaces are all the enablers that will actually help you to develop your project on the technology, and then by that develop your skills, right? Future skills and innovation. So that is what the technology and IT architecture and interfaces is all about. Now, it's very important to understand that, right? Why? Because the Testoper helps you to develop the future skills and innovation in intelligent technologies and IT architecture and interfaces. Okay, all these things you can learn going through this link here, I expect you to go through this link and understand and research and learn more. Okay, so that is what it is. Now, if I go back to our circle here, it will become very clear for you. Testoper community, developers, testers, operations experts, we help you to develop future skills and innovation, that is technical skills, management skills, etc., what we discussed in intelligent technologies. That uses the IT architecture and interfaces. That is what it is. This is what you're going to learn from us, from different programs. So if you learn all these things, what happens to you? Very simple. You might work in some organization. It could be a finance industry. It could be a manufacturing industry. It could be an oil industry. That is what is vertical industries here. Right? That is what here, if you see here, the next step here, that is what is your industry ecosystem, right? You're going to work in some of these industries because you have your future skills and innovation. You have developed them and you work on that industry, but that means you are working on a company, right? Within the company, you might work in marketing, you might work in software development, you might work in support, you might work in sales, because you work in different departments, right? So that is what is your customer, that is what is the business operations ecosystem. You work in different departments. And working in different departments, what do? You provide software products, services to your company's end customer. That is what is your customer solution ecosystem. Right? Now let's put all these things together. Right? If you put all these things together, Testoper community focuses on developer, tester, and operations experts from the engineer all the way to the CEO, CTOs to develop their future skills and innovation in intelligent technologies running on different IT architecture and interfaces. So that person can work in any industry, in different departments within the organization to provide different solutions to the customers. Because that person is developed the future skills and innovation, he becomes a future workforce. And that is what the Testoper is all about. We help you to become future workforce by helping you to develop future skills and innovations through continuous learning. And you can be an intrapreneur, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be an employed, student, working adult, youth, or whatever. That is what it is. Now, having said that, why did I explain all these things to you? Very, very important, right? For you to understand. I want you to learn this. This is a first learning as any individual in the test tech ecosystem have to know. Before you know anything else, you have to understand the big picture. And then you can be successful, right? So what I recommend you as an exercise before we come to the next session on next Friday, go through these 4 slides and 5 slides, right? And go through all these links and try to learn more about this. If you don't understand this, you will be in the dark, right? You'll be shooting at dark, meaning, right? You might choose something that you wanted to become, and you go and spend money and join course. And what will happen after finishing the course? You don't have a job. You will say, you will blame it on that training institute or whatever. But end of the day, you have not done your homework. You have not done your homework to understand if you have the future, if you are going to become that. And without doing that investigation, you started doing stuff, and then it's not, you cannot blame anyone else. It is actually, you have to blame yourself. That's why I keep saying, we are a people-led grassroots movement. Testoper community is a people-led grassroots movement, meaning we take responsibility of our future. We don't blame it on others. We individuals take responsibility of our future, and we help each other to develop future skills and innovation, become future workforce, and be successful. So that's the most important thing. That's one of the exercise that I wanted you guys to do before you come to the next session. Okay. Now, there are other links here in slide number 23. And I also, if you get time, I also wanted you to go and research these links, because these are all is going to help you to understand, you are on the right direction when you make your decision. For example, there is a link called job posting dashboard, right? You can actually go to this and you can look at the summary of different jobs that are out there that is posted by the Canadian government, right? Rather than going and looking at in the job websites, you can go and look at it. This will give you a big picture. You need to understand the big picture. Then there is a job bank. There is a knock, we already saw. There is a vicinity jobs, right? There is another link that you can go and look at. So there are different links that we came up and we kind of put it in here for you guys to go and look at what are all the different people are, to develop your knowledge. Because it's important, when you develop your knowledge, you would be able to decide better for yourself what you wanted to do, right? Otherwise you will not. So we also provided a lot of links here, and I kindly recommend, it might take longer time for you to go and read them and understand them, but what I recommend is you go and read them and understand them, because you need to take control of yourself first. And also there are some products people have built to really help different individuals like us to choose the right career and things like that, right? So there are some example products you can go and research. And if you find more links that could be useful for our community, our team, you can feel free to add them here, right? If you find more products that can help you to develop your career, feel free to add them here, so everyone can kind of learn from it, right? So that's another exercise that I wanted to do. Now, I will skip intentionally these 2 things because I have kept this for our next session, okay? And these 2 things I will talk about together with this, okay? This is a story. We have 5 minutes. Let me explain the story. Let's take for an instance, okay? We as an individual, let's think about ourselves, right? We as an individual, and we wanted to be successful in our career. So what do we do as an individual? First, I need to understand, okay? This is the idea that we have now, right? If you wanted to, I'm giving you the idea now, and you can pick the idea and you can work on, you can start building the team to work on this idea if you want to, or if you have your own idea, you can start building the team and you can work on that idea as well, like I said before. But this is the idea that we have right now. If you are interested, you can join and start building it and provide this for people to get benefit out of. Now, let me explain like a story, right? I won't get into the details, but I will let me explain like a story in 5 minutes. It's pretty simple. Think about yourself first, right? Put yourself in the shoes. And if you wanted to do something in your career, right? First, you need to understand yourself. What is my natural fit? I might be a software developer, right? But what is my natural fit? Is it blockchain or whatever, right? You need to really understand what your natural fit is. And you need to really understand, okay, I am working today as a manager and I wanted to become a director, for example, right? So you need to really understand about yourself, and you can actually innovate. You can build a team and you can innovate and build some project to really help individuals like me to understand what is my natural fit. You can research and you can do something to build that product. So the first thing as an individual is you need to understand what is your natural fit. Once you know this is what I wanted to become. Today I am a software developer and tomorrow I wanted to, I'm a, let's say, front-end software developer, and tomorrow I wanted to become a data scientist, right? Then you know, okay, today I'm a software developer and tomorrow I wanted to become a data scientist or AI programmer or whatever. That means if you wanted to become an AI programmer, that's good, but you need to do something about it to develop your skills to become an AI programmer, is it not? Now, either you can actually go and learn from the YouTube's websites or join the course, pay the money or whatever. But before you do that, you need to validate. I want to become a data scientist. That particular position has future or not. You need to validate that. Some of them it's easy to validate, some of them is difficult to validate. So you can think of an idea, right? You can come up with an idea. You know, this is one idea we have, right? You can come up with an idea, how I can help a people. If he wants to become a data scientist, if he comes and tells you, hey, I want, as an input to your project, I want to become a data scientist, you can give him an output. Yes, this data scientist is a good choice and it has futures, and there are so many jobs that are available today, and in future there are so many jobs are going to come, and your decision is right and you are good to go. You can give him that confidence, and that could be an innovation. See, innovation is all about solving some problem. So in the job analysis, you are trying to solve a problem of helping the person to understand what is his natural fit and what in future that he can become, right? You can assist him to do that. And you can innovate to do that, actually, to do that. Likewise, you can innovate to help him to understand whatever that he decided to become is good thing or bad thing. You can innovate and you can build a product around that. So now once he kind of understands you and me, let's say I understood, okay, I want to become a data scientist, and there is a lot of job opportunities that are there. So I made a right decision. Now the next step, what I will do as a person, I will have to develop my skills. Today I know only C, C++, and I wanted to develop statistics, mathematical analysis, and all those different things to become a data scientist, right? So that means first I need to understand my current skills, and I need to understand what are all the future skills that I need to develop, not only the technical skills, resource management skills, all other skills that we kind of discussed in our previous explanation. You need to kind of know that, right? Then you can actually innovate to help an individual to understand what is his current skill and what are the future skills that he needs to learn to become a data scientist. You can do that. That is also one idea. You can build a product around that. Now, once I know, okay, fine, these are all the skills that I need to learn to become a data scientist, then I have to set myself target, right? Okay, there are 20 skills that I wanted to learn, and I need to set 5 skills I will learn in next 3 months, another 4 skills I will learn, and whatever. I need to set up some kind of a milestone to reach from software developer to the data scientist. So you can innovate some projects to really help the people to do that. And you can also provide that person with all the training options that are available out there. You know, all the companies, they provide API like Udemy and things like that. You can go and use their API based on the input. You can search and you can recommend from Udemy, Khan Academy, and so many other places, right? You can recommend, these are all the different places that are available for you to learn the skills to go from software developer to that, and give them some kind of a review so that they can select the right course and they don't make a mistake. So you can innovate something to help them to do that, achieve that. And you can help them to track the progress that they have done. So now you can innovate every single block. You can innovate and build a project to help the people. Now as an individual, I know I wanted to become the data scientist. I know it is the right thing to become. and I know what skills I need to develop, and I know what are all the places that I can go to develop my skills, and I have completed developing my skills, then what do I do as an individual? Now I am ready. I am ready as a data scientist. Then what I need to do? I need to get what are all the jobs that are out there. So you can help me by building a project to display all the data scientist jobs that are available across Canada, globally, or whatever, so that I can go and apply specific tailored jobs. You can post for me rather than me going and searching, right? You can build something around that. You can innovate something around that on job posting. Now I have a job posting. Now what do I do? The biggest problem I have in Canada, if I apply for the job, nobody calls me for an interview. Why they don't call me for an interview? Because they need some referral. How can you build a, how can you come up with an idea to solve that problem? That is your job referral. Now, I have a referral and I applied for a job, right? And I can apply for a job, but now when I apply for a job, I have to go through 10 interviews. It's a pain for me, pain for the developer, pain for the company. How can I innovate something, right? So that it becomes easy for the companies to just look at my profile and just call me for my final interview to close on it. How do I do that? How do I innovate around this? To minimize the task for the people who are looking for the job, to minimize the task for the employers who are looking for the job. So the point here I wanted to address, I kind of ended the story, right? The point here that I wanted to address is these are all the problems that we face, you and me today. The blocks that are in blue are the ones that we face today. Like I said, the problems that we face today. And when we wanted to learn something, these are all the problems that we face today. And if you can come up with solving these problems, innovating something and solving these problems and build some software projects to solve these problems, it will be beneficial for all of us. And that is what we wanted to achieve in Testoper community. But again, not in Testoper community, in this particular Testoper projects. Again, I wanted to reiterate to make sure that you understand, this is the idea that we have to set the baseline. You can pick one of these blocks and you can build this like your own project, forming the team, right, among ourselves. And if you don't like any of these ideas, no problem, right? You have your own idea, come form the team. And if other team or other team members in our Testoper projects are interested to work on that idea, let them join and they work on it. But what I wanted to achieve, what we wanted to achieve is, we wanted to achieve all these people coming together, make friends, form team, build something, learn something together, and get experience certificates, and use that experience to get jobs. And like there are so many the homemakers who wants to do something, but they don't have platform to do. They can come here and learn and do things, so they are happy. And when right time comes, when they can go and look for a job, they have experience and everything to look for a job, to get a job, and things like that, right? There are many benefits. So now I will stop here. So as a conclusion, what you have learned today in 30 minutes is, you learned today different links that are must for you to go and look at, to really understand how the Canadian job market is all about. What are all the different skills that government defines, and what are all the different skills that you need to develop, and what are all the different skills that Testoper is going to help you develop, and what are all the different Testoper programs that we have, and what are all the ideas that we have. You can pick an idea, and you can also add on top of that your own idea and form a team and build. That is what you learned today. Okay, so now in our next Friday session, what I expect to happen is two things. The first thing, first 30 minutes, what I expect to happen is, you all have got access to this community that we have, right? And you all pick some project that you wanted to do, and you put your names and stuff like that. But if you believe you have your own idea, you put your own idea here, put your name and blah blah blah, right? Then we will review this together next week, and let's look at how many members are there, and then let's form the team, and then you are on your own to research and do stuff, right? So that's what we will do for the first 30 minutes. And then the second 30 minutes, what I'm going to train tomorrow in the next week is, I will introduce one topic, right? I will probably pick a topic, maybe a product management life cycle. I will take the topic and I will explain you what does it mean, what are all the different things. So something new you will learn in the next 30 minutes, right? And the first 30 minutes, we will be forming the team and things like that, all the logistics things that we will do. So with that, I will stop here and open the floor for any questions. Is it all clear to everyone? Adel, you had some questions. Now I believe it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else have any other questions? Perfect. So the kind ask for you all is those who have not registered for the next week program, make sure that you go to the Eventbrite and register because we track it. And the second thing is, please make sure that you put your names into that so we can get into the team formation. And I'm expecting to see we are 18 people, right? And at least we can form 2 or 3 teams and you can get started on doing things together and start having the fun, right? And once that is done, then we can continue to market this program and we can bring new people into this and we form new teams and new teams can do new things and everyone learns and everyone becomes everyone contributes back to the community and they learn and they get certificates and whatever the benefits that this program offers, they get benefit out of that. All right. So any other questions, please? No? All right. So with that, I will close the session. If I look at the number of attendees today, everyone has already account in our.
I think I'm logged in twice with my phone and with my other guests.
So one is Adel. I don't see you in other place.
All right, perfect then.
Yeah, good. So now let's get on to the real stuff from our next week. Let's form the team and get this going, right? And then start learning something new every week. And we are going to continue learning something new every week until the next year end in this Friday session. And we will do more of marketing, and we will bring more and more people into this, and more people will get benefit out of this, right? So that's what we are going to do and make this program very successful, and we are able to build some projects and we can tell to the government, hey, we build this together to help the community and make them to see us. We are all people-led community. It is not run by one person, it is run by all 17-18 people in this group. This project is run by all of us for the betterment of people, for the betterment of companies, enterprises, and for the betterment of government. Having said that, let's close the call, and I'm looking forward every one of you finishing that table, filling up that table before coming to the next session.
Yes, I can't access it. Is it under the general tab?
Yes, it is under the general tab. It is under the files, and it is under the project documents. And this is the one, Testoper projects master planning document.pptx. And for some reason, if you are not able to access it, we all are in the WhatsApp group, right? And also we are all in this Teams. So you can put it in the Teams. In the post, you can actually send it, and you can tag to 2 people, right? 2 people are managing this from the logistics point of view. They are Nikki and let me add it here, John. So you can any technical requests, send it to them. Okay. And we also, before we meet up in the next meeting, let's make sure we all also have a GitHub ID, right? And we all have access to the GitHub. That's the next step. Okay. So let's make sure all these things are done, and let's meet together next Friday and learn something together new.
Can you show me that document once again, please? I think I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
So
those who want
column,
to leave, please leave. This program is end, and for those who wants to stay back and have questions, can stay back. Feel free to do so. Yes, what is the question?
So the column marked module name. What is that? Module name.
So you actually learned these different boxes today, and if you are interested in building a product on one of these boxes, you can actually select them, right? Or if you have your own idea, you can add your own name, module name, and then you can start putting it,
No,
right?
for instance, module name says job analysis. Are we supposed to put our name beside one of these? Beside job analysis or labor market or job posting?
It is your decision, right? Which one interests you? Which idea in this interests you, right?
Okay, the module, these are the modules you're saying. These are the modules here?
Yeah, it could be a modules, or you can develop this like a separate independent project as well. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? So we
Okay.
just created a flow so that it is easy for the people to know, right? But we don't really care. See, we care in this program for you guys to learn and build something together, right? That can benefit the community. And you want to build this as a separate product, you can build it. You want to build everything together, you can build it, or you can build separately, and then finally you all can come together to merge it. I mean, it's something that we can decide on the flow, right? But for now, to answer your question, whichever if some of the ideas here helps interests you, you can pick it and you can put it. And if there is no space, create one more slide and add this, and you can put your names too. Okay, so it's
Okay.
that's what is the request is.
Thank you.
And what I'm expecting is I'm expecting leads, right? And I want multiple leads, so then leads will start forming the teams, right? So that would be good. So I'm interested to see how many leads we are getting in our team and the members we are getting in a team, so we can start forming the teams to work on that idea. Okay, any other questions, please? Okay, so only one request I have from you all. Okay, what I will do is in the chat, right? I am going to right now, where is it? How do I upload the file? No, there's no files upload here. Okay, anyways, so what I'm going to do is, one kind request I have for you all is project Testoper projects. Here I am going to upload something. Okay, this is the brochure of Testoper community. What I really need help from you is if you can send this to all your friends, colleagues in your company, and everyone, whoever wants to join any of the programs that we do, I would really, really appreciate it. So I have attached that here. If you can help me to do that, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay. All good? Can we close the session? Everyone?
Yes. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening. See you all next week, Friday.
Brother. You, bye.
Bye.